Hi, and welcome to BremSter Puzzles, a channel where I try and bring you a new Sudoku variant every day, hopefully to showcase the fun that can be had solving these wonderful logic puzzles. Today I'm going to be bringing you a puzzle called Whirlpool by Jobo, which showcases the slow thermo constraint as well as the arrow constraint. Now, the arrow constraint is one that gets covered quite a lot on this channel, but the slow thermo constraint, which is a variant of the thermometer constraint or the thermo constraint, is one that doesn't get seen as often, but is really, really fun. Now, I don't know about this puzzle. I haven't solved it before, but we'll see how this one goes. Now, at the end of each of these videos, there is the end screen, which will show, of course, the recommend a video to you. But also on each of these, there's going to be a link to a playlist, which will hopefully show you a lot of different options for videos that you can see. Now, I'm going to change the playlist that is shown there. It might link to a puzzle pack. It might link to the videos that have been published either this year or last year, or even the videos that were published on the channel previous to that. I'm going to try and mix that up so you can always look there and try and be recommended to other puzzles that you may not have seen, because there have been hundreds and hundreds, like over 1,500 puzzles published to this channel. So I'm going to want to try and use that to showcase different things. Also, of course, link below will be where the link to this puzzle, as well as to other channel options and things that you can find, including a list of all the puzzles, the daily puzzles that have been published on the channel. So there's all sorts of ways of finding puzzles. There'll also be a pop-up during the video, which will be to a link of puzzle packs, where there's also hundreds of puzzles available for free. One of the things I try and do is make sure that there's always puzzles to find for free on the channel. So let's have a look at Whirlpool by Jobo. Let's go through the rules. So we have normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We've got these slow thermometers, and the way these work is along thermometers, digits must either stay the same. I'm having trouble marking them. Digits must either stay the same or increase from the bulb. So this whatever this digit is, this digit must either be higher or the same. This digit must be either higher or the same. This digit must be either higher or the same. So as you go along these lines, you can never decrease. That's the important thing. And then digits on an arrow must sum to the digit in the arrow circle. So the sum of those two cells goes there. The sum of these three cells goes here. The sum of these three cells goes here. Now, I've been told this one is a nice little intro to slow thermo. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So it's kind of hard to see, but this is the bulb of this thermo. Now, the thing about slow thermos is you can put the 9 in a bulb of a slow thermo, but only if every cell on the thermo could be a 9. And I don't think that can happen for any of these, because we can't go 999, we can't go 999, we can't go 999, we can't go 999. It doesn't work. 999 doesn't work. 999 doesn't work. 999 doesn't work. 999 doesn't work. The only place we can put 9 is right in the middle. And that's going to be a bit of a restriction for this arrow, because the minimum this could be is 1, 2, and 3, which means if we add those together, 1, 2, and 3, the minimum this could be is 6. So it's 6, 7, or 8. And that's going to restrict this thermo. Because if we mark this, what's the maximum this could be? The maximum this could be is 9. The maximum this could be is 9. The maximum this could be is 8, because it has to be lower. It can't be the same digit. So I could make these the same, but this one can't be the same. So this one has a maximum of 8. This one has to be lower than that. So this is a maximum of 7. This is actually a maximum of 6. Because if this was 7, this would have to be 8. This would have to be 9. This would then have to be 10. So these are both 6. This is 7 because it has to be higher than that. This has to be 8 because it has to be higher. It can't be the same. This can't be the same. It has to be higher because we can't repeat digits in boxes. So this one could be the same. This one can't be because I can't repeat digits in the box. This one can't be, I can't repeat digits in the column. This one can't be the same because I can't repeat digits in the box. So this is forced. So these are forced to be 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Now, this is also 6, 7, 8, or 9. This is forced to be 7 because what can this be? This digit here has to be at least 6 because of the same thing. So this is 6, 7, 8 or 9, and it can't be 6, 8 or 9 because it sees all of those. That's a 7. So we know these 3 cells have to sum to 7. And the minimum we can put in them is 1, 2 and 3. We have to increase one of those digits by 1. If we increase the 1 or the 2, we'd end up with a duplicate. So this has to be 1, 2, 4. Now this can't be a 1 because if this was a 1, this would have to be lower. So this has to be, if this was a 1, this would have to be a 0 because it couldn't be the same digit. So one of these 2 digits is a 1. So this can't be a 1. So this has to be lower than that. So this is a maximum of 3. So this is, and it can't be a 1. This is a 2 or a 3. And this has to be the same or lower. So this is 1, 2, or 3. Okay. Where do I put the 8 in this box? I can see there's a 9 down here somewhere, and I definitely can't put a 9 on the arrow because it'd be 9 plus a minimum of 3, and it can't be that. So 9 is in one of those 2. But where do I put 8 in this box? This is a maximum of 5 because it has to be lower than 7 and it sees 6. And this is a max, therefore this is a maximum of 5. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. So 8 is in one of these. As is 7. 8 can't be here. So where could 8 be? 8 can't be here because if this is 8, this would have to be 9 because it can't be 8. So 8 can't be there. So 8 is in one of those. If this is 8, this could be 8, but then this would have to be 9 and it can't be. So that's not 8. 8 is in one of those. 8, 8, 9, 10 doesn't work. 8 is not there. 8 is in one of these 2. 8, 8, 9 doesn't work. This isn't the 8. This is the 8. Now, that means that this has to be higher than 8. This has to be 8 or 9, but this has to be higher than that digit. So that becomes the 9, that becomes the 9, and this has to be lower, so that's the 8 because it can't be the same. That's really clever. These have to sum to 9, but there's a few different ways of doing that. I have to put a 7 in one of those 2 now by Sudoku, because I can't put 7 in any of those. If this is 7, this could be 7, this could be 8, but then this would have to be 9. 7, 7, 8, 9 doesn't work. So that's not the 7. This is the 7. This has to be 7 or 8. It can't be 9. So therefore, this has to be higher than this digit. So this has to be higher than this digit, but it can't be 9. So this is 8. This has to be higher, well, 8, the same or higher, but it can't be 8 for multiple reasons. So that's a 9, and this can't be an 8 anymore. That's the 7. This is very cool. These are all 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, which I'm not locking down, am I? So it's all about, well, where's these 2 8s? They're saying 8 is up here, but 8 isn't in either of those. That's an 8. Can I do Sudoku on these digits? Maybe. Yes. 9, 9 is knocking 9 out of all of those, and those 2 9 is knocking 9 out of those 2. So this is a 9. Okay, 9 is in one of those 2. 9, but by Sudoku, 9 is in one of those 2. Actually, that works, doesn't it? What about 8? 8 in this box is in one of the, well, this has to, well, this is 7 or 8 because it has to be higher or the same as this. And the 7 looks up saying that's the 8. Now 8 is in one of those 2. That puts 8 down here in one of those 2, but I can't put 8 on the arrow, or these 2 digits would have to sum to 1, and that doesn't work. That's the 8, and now 8 is in one of these 2. Now, if this was an 8, the minimum this could be would be 1, and that would have to be a 9, and it can't be. That's not the 8, that's the 8. Looking up saying that's not the 8, that's the 8. This is incredibly good fun. Now, 7 is in one of these 3 by Sudoku, but I can't put 7 here, surely, because this would have to be higher, and it can't be 8, so this would be 9, and then this would have to be higher than 9. It doesn't work. I can't put 7 there. 7 is in one of those 2. Now, this thermo, because this is a maximum of 5. So this is a maximum of 5, because it could be the same. This is now a maximum of 4. This is now a maximum of 3. This can't be the same. So this is a maximum of 2. This is a 1 or a 2. This is a 1 or a 2. This has to be higher. So this is 2 or 3. This has to be higher. It's 3 or 4. This has to be higher. It's 4 or 5. This could be the same. It's 4 or 5. But this is a 1, 2, 3 triple. There's no 1, 2, 3 there. This is a 4 or a 5. That's a 4, 5 pair. So, okay. This is a maximum of 6. So this is a maximum of 6. So this is a maximum 6. So this is actually a maximum of 5. This is now a maximum of 4. This is a maximum of 3. And this is a maximum of 3. So this is 1, 2, or 3. This is 1, 2, or 3, giving me a 1, 2, 3 triple in the row. But I'm going to continue with this, marking this thermo first. This is 2, 3, or 4, because it has to be higher, because I can't repeat. This has to be higher, so it's 3, 4, or 5. This has to be higher, so it's 4, 5, or 6. This could be the same, it's 4, 5, or 6. But I now have a 1, 2, 3 in this row. So this isn't 1, 2, or 3. This is a 4 or a 5. Now, those could be the same. But these are now 4, 5, and 7. But this is 3, 4, or 5. So the maximum I can put onto these is a 4. Oh, 1, 2, 3. This is a 4 or a 5. Because I've got the 1, 2, 3 triple. And one of those must be a 3. Because that's a 1 or a 2. So if this is a 4 or a 5, this could be this could be anything higher. So let's start here, shall we? Oh no, it's this thermo. This is a maximum 9. So this is actually a maximum of 7 because it can't be 8 or 9. Oh, no, it can't even be that. This is a maximum of 6. So this is a maximum of 5. So this is 4 or 5. This is 5 or 6. And this is 6 or 9 because it can't be 7 or 8. Right. So where's the other 1, 2, 3 in this row? It has to be there. Because I can't put a 1, 2, or 3 here. Because this is 4, 5, 7, 8. So what I haven't placed is 1, 2, 3. I need to put another 1, 2, 3 in this row. And if I even made this a 3, it'd be 3, 3, 2, and this would have to be a 1 because it can't repeat. So the minimum here is 2, 3, 4. This can't be a 1, 2, or 3. But I need to put a 1, 2, 3 in this row, and it's not in any of those. This is a 1, 2, or 3. And this has to be the digit I haven't placed from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. This is a 6 or a 9. Can that be a 6? 6, 6, 5. It might be, you know. But that's a 6, 9 pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not sure. This is from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm not sure. Okay, I'm definitely missing something. Something will force these to be different. How do I sum to 8 here? I can't use 1, 7. I could use 2, 6 or 3, 5. Okay. Oh, this is just a 7. 7 and 7 are looking down. So this is a 7, which means 7 is down here, but I can't put 7 on an arrow that sums to 5. 7 is in one of those two, which now puts 7 in one of those two, because where do I put 7 in this column? It can't be in any of those cells, and it can't be in any of those cells. These are from 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I looking at 6s? This arrow can't be 1, 2, 6. There must be a 3 on this arrow because there's only 3 ways of making a 9 arrow. You can do 1, 2, 6, which this can't be because I can't use 1, 2. It could be 2, 3, 4. or it's 135. I'm not sure. Oh, it's right here. 124. That can't be a 2. That's a 3. So this has to be higher than 3. So it's 4. Which makes this the 5. Which means this has to be a 6 because I can't repeat in the row. Now this has to be higher than 4. So it's 5, 6, or 7. This has to be higher than 5, so it's 6, 7, 8, or 9, and it can't be 7 or 8. This is a 6 or a 9. And it can't be a 6. So this is a 9, so this is a 9, so this is a 6. There you go. That's what did that. And these are 1, 2, and 4. Sorry, I missed all of those. There's no 4 there. This is a 1, 2. That's a 1, 2 in the column. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These, so these cells here are from 4, 5, 6, but there's a 4, 5 in this box. So that's the 6, and I can take the 6 out of there. This is from 4 or 5. So this arrow is either 2, 3, 4, which would make this the 2 or the 3, or 1, 3, 5, which would make this a 1 or a 3. So this has to be from 1, 2, or 3, making a 1, 2, 3 triple. Oh, the 4, 5 looks down, making that the 6. Which doesn't resolve that. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this is now a 7, which means this is not a 7. This is the 7 by Sudoku. Okay. Cool. What I'm not is cool, by the way. It is still boiling here. This is a 4, 5 by Sudoku. These are from 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll mark that, but I don't think that's what I should be looking at. Could they be 1, 2 with 3 there? Maybe. Can that be where's 6 in this box? No. Okay. 6 is in one of these 2 by Sudoku. If that's a 6, that's a 2. That seems okay, doesn't it? Okay, I've missed the plot. I frequently do. The 2 3s mean that's not the 3. The pointing 3's in here. This is a 1 or a 2. Is that doing something here? If this is a 2, those would both be 1, and that would have no fill. If this is a 2, this would have to be lower. It'd have to be 1. This would have to be the same or lower. It'd be 1, and that would be 2 and 1, and that would have no fill. There's no 2 there anymore. This has to be higher than that, so that can't be 3. This is now 4 or 5, and this has to be higher. That's 5 or 6. Oh, and the 6 is looking down, making that the 5. So this is 4, and the only way to make 4 in 2 cells is 1, 3, because the next option would be 2, 2, and I can't do 2 2s in the box. This is a 1, 3 pair. So 2 is in one of those 2 digits. Okay. The 4 is making that the 3. This can't be a 3 anymore because it has to be lower. So that's a 1, 2 pair looking down, making that the 3, which makes that the 1. So I've now got 1, 2, 3. This is the 4 in the column, which means this is not the 4. The 1, 2 pair in the row makes this cell the 4. I don't know why my mouse is becoming non-responsive. It's not battery. I've checked. Okay. This is a triple. 2, 6, 7, and there's no 6 in either of those. That's the 6. This is a 2, 7 pair. The 4 is looking across, making this the 5. That is allowed to be lower. That's allowed to be the same. So this is 1, 2, or 3 for the row. These have to sum to 8. Still not seeing that. 3 is in one of those two. This isn't 4. So this is 2, 5, or 7. 2, 5, or 7, and it's not 7. So this is 2 or 5. What are these? 1, 4, 5? Yeah, these are from 1, 4, 5, and there's no 5 in them. Where's 5 in this bottom row? That's the 5, so that's the 4. So these two digits here now have to sum to 5 to make the 9 total work. So they're 2, 3. That's not the 1. That's the 1, which makes that the 1. The 1 looks up, making that the 2, which makes that the 1, which looks across, making that the 2, which in the box makes that the 5, which looks down, making that the 7, which looks down, making that the 2, which makes that the 7. There's no 7 there. This is actually a 4, 5 pair in the box. So this is a 4, 5, but the 1 and the 3 looks across, making that the 2, which takes the 2 out of those. The 1, 3 looks back, making that the 2 and that the 1. This can't be a 3 anymore because it has to be the same or lower. So this becomes the 3 in the box, but the 1 in the box, of course, makes that the 2, which looks down, making that the 3, which makes that the 2. This is... the 4 looks across, making that the 3. And this row is missing a 6. So the 1 and the 3 already in the box makes that the 2. Okay. What am I missing in this box? This is 1 and 3. This has to be, it can't be lower. So this is the 5. So this row is missing 1, 3, and 6. The 6 looks up saying that's not the 6 anymore. So that's the 6. If this is a 1, this would have to be a 7, and it can't be. So this is 3, which goes with 5 to sum to 8. That makes this the 1 and this the 3. These two digits are 1 and 2. The 2 is looking up, making that the 1 and that the 2. The 1 looks down, making that the 3 and that the 1. Of course, the 5 here made that the 4, which makes that the 5, which makes that the 4, which looks across, making that the 5 and that the 4. And the 4 looks down, making that the 1 and that the 4. And that's the solution to the puzzle. It had 1,400 solves in 100 days. I wonder if this has been solved on a different channel. That is very possible. And okay, it's a very good puzzle. It deserves to be seen. So that's fine. Whirlpool by Jobo, a really nice example of how slow thermos work. So thank you for the puzzle. Really appreciate it. I hope that you're enjoying the puzzles I'm bringing to the channel and the way I'm showcasing them. Now, it's quite possible there's going to be a gap in the daily videos coming up in the very near future. Don't panic. It's just that I'm going away for over a week. And yeah, just making sure getting enough puzzles recorded for the holiday may not happen. So yeah, if there's just a couple of breaks, don't panic. I'm just having a holiday. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you're enjoying the puzzles, and as always, good luck with your solving.